The medical ship UNHS Nightingale moved quietly through space. Its white hull gleamed under the distant stars. Red cross markings stood out clearly on all sides, visible in all types of light. The ship was large but not built for war. It carried no big guns or missile tubes. Instead, it held hospitals, medicine, and people who wanted to help others. Captain Olivia Martinez sat in her command chair on the bridge. She was 45 years old with dark hair streaked with gray. Her brown eyes watched the main screen as it showed their path to the Rigel system. She had led 23 rescue missions before this one. The Nightingale was the best hospital ship in the human fleet, and she was proud to command it. Time. To Rigel 4? She asked. Navigation Officer Paul Davis checked his screen. 3 days at current speed, Captain. Martinez nodded. 3 days until they reached the people who needed their help. Rigel 4 was in the middle of a civil war. Thousands were hurt and sick. The Nightingale carried medicines, doctors, and equipment that could save many lives. Captain, you should rest, said First Officer Sam Green. You've been on the bridge for 12 hours. Martinez smiled. Maybe you're right. Call me if anything changes. She left the bridge and walked through the quiet halls of the ship. Night shift was starting and most crew members were heading to their rooms. She passed several doctors and nurses who nodded respectfully. The ship could treat over 2,000 patients at once. It had 10 operating rooms, scanning equipment, and labs for making custom medicines. Over 300 medical staff worked on board. They were the best at what they did. Martinez reached the main medical bay and looked inside. Dr. Alan Wright was checking supplies with Nurse Patricia Howard. Dr. Wright was the chief medical officer, a tall man with kind eyes who had worked on the Nightingale for 15 years. Evening, Captain, he said when he saw her. Ready for Rigel? As ready as we can be, Martinez answered. What are we facing? Dr. Wright's face grew serious. Radiation burns, blast injuries, and disease from poor living conditions. We've prepared special treatments for radiation sickness. Dr. Jones created a new medicine that works better than anything we've had before. Will we have enough supplies? Martinez asked. For the first wave, yes. We may need more if things are worse than we expect. Martinez nodded. I'll tell Earth if we need more. They'll send another ship. She left the medical bay and continued her walk through the ship. In engineering, she found Chief Frank Bennett checking the engines. Bennett was shorter than most of the crew, but strong. His hands were always stained with engine grease. How are we doing, Chief? Martinez asked. Bennett looked up from his work. All systems normal, Captain. We're running at 92% efficiency. I think I can get us to 95% by tomorrow. Good work, she said. We may need that extra power. Before heading to her quarters, Martinez stopped at the security office. Officer Daniel Carter was watching the sensor displays. Carter was younger than most senior officers, but he was smart and careful. Anything unusual, Carter? Martinez asked. Carter shook his head. Nothing so far, Captain. This route is usually safe. No pirate activity reported in the last 6 months. Good. But keep watching. I don't want surprises. Yes, Captain. The shields are at standard strength for a medical vessel. Not much, but enough to stop small debris. Martinez frowned slightly. Hospital ships weren't built for fighting. The Galactic Treaty said medical vessels couldn't have strong weapons or shields. They were protected by their special status. All civilized species respected the Red Cross symbol and knew attacking a hospital ship was a serious crime. She finally reached her quarters and sat at her desk. She opened a file on her computer and read about Rigel 4 again. The planet had been at war for 3 years. Both sides had used dangerous weapons. Many civilians were caught in the middle. A soft beep came from her computer. It was a message from Dr. Susan Miller, the second medical officer. Captain, we've finished preparing the radiation treatment units. All 30 are ready. We can treat up to 90 patients per day. Good work, Susan, Martinez replied. Get some rest. We'll need everyone at their best when we arrive. Martinez was about to go to bed when Communications Officer Lisa Brown called from the bridge. Captain, we're picking up strange energy readings ahead, about half a light day from our position. Martinez frowned. What kind of readings? Not sure. They appeared and then disappeared. Could be sensor ghosts or maybe ships hiding. I'm coming back to the bridge, Martinez said. Wake up First Officer Green and tell Security Officer Carter to meet me there. 5 minutes later, Martinez was back in her command chair. The main screen showed empty space, but the sensor display showed 3 faint spots where energy had been detected. Any communication from that area? She asked. Lisa Brown shook her head. I've tried all frequencies, no response. Yellow alert, Martinez ordered. Maintain course but prepare for evasive action, and send a message to Earth Fleet Command. Tell them we've detected possible hidden ships near our path. The bridge lights dimmed slightly as the yellow alert began. Crew members moved more quickly at their stations. Should we change course? Asked Navigation Officer Davis. Martinez thought for a moment. No, we're a hospital ship on a medical mission. We have nothing valuable except medical supplies, and attacking us would break every law of space. Let's see what happens. Security Officer Carter spoke quietly. Captain, if they are pirates, they might not care about laws. You're right, Martinez said, but we're still 3 days from Rigel. People are dying there. We can't delay unless we have to. The ship continued forward. Minutes passed slowly. The strange energy readings appeared again, stronger this time. Captain, Lisa Brown said suddenly, I'm picking up movement. 3 ships coming out from behind that asteroid cluster. The main screen showed 3 dark ships moving toward them. Their design was strange, with sharp angles and weapons clearly visible on their hulls. No markings or flags showed who they belonged to. Scan them, Martinez ordered. Zach Thrack's design, Carter said after a moment. Pirates. They've been raiding ships in this sector for years. Martinez's face hardened. Open a channel. Channel open, said Lisa Brown. This is Captain Olivia Martinez of the UNHS Nightingale. We are a medical vessel on a humanitarian mission to Rigel 4. We are protected under Section 12 of the Galactic Treaty. State your purpose. There was silence for several seconds. Then a rough voice answered in broken human language. Human ship, stop engines, prepare for boarding. We take what we want. Martinez looked at her crew. Their faces showed concern but not fear. They had trained for this. Red alert, she said quietly. All crew to emergency stations. The Nightingale's A. Warning lights flashed red as the pirate ships moved closer. The 3 pirate ships came closer to the Nightingale. They moved into a circle around the hospital ship, cutting off escape paths. Their weapons were ready to fire. Captain Martinez stood calmly on the bridge. Try again, she told communications. Officer Lisa Brown. Tell them we are a medical ship protected by the Galactic Treaty. Lisa sent the message. The reply came quickly. A rough face appeared on the main screen. The alien had gray skin with red markings. Sharp teeth showed when he spoke. I am Captain Krasvor of the Zakthrax. We know what you are. Medical ships carry valuable things. Surrender now. Martinez stepped forward. Captain Krasvor, we carry only supplies to help the sick and hurt. Attacking a hospital ship is a serious crime. All civilized worlds will hunt you down if you do this. The alien captain laughed. We do not fear your laws. We take what we want. Your medicine sells for high prices. Your medical computers are worth millions. Prepare to be boarded. The screen went dark. Martinez turned to her crew. Options? Navigation. Officer Davis spoke first. We can't outrun them. Our engines aren't built for speed. Shields? Martinez asked. Security Officer Carter shook his head. Medical ship shields are basic. They'll break through quickly. First Officer Green suggested, we could offer some supplies if they let us continue our mission. Martinez thought for a moment. No, they wouldn't stop at some. They want everything. She pressed a button on her chair. All crew, this is the captain. Pirates are preparing to attack. This is not a drill. Medical staff, move critical patients to intersections. All crew follow emergency plan Baker. She looked at Security Officer Carter. How many guards do we have? 20 trained security officers, Carter replied. Standard stun weapons only. Loud boom shook the ship. The lights flickered. They're firing on us, shouted Davis. Martinez grabbed her chair as another hit rocked the ship. Return fire. Medical ships don't have weapons, Captain, Carter reminded her. Martinez nodded. Of course. She had served on military ships before. Sometimes she forgot the Nightingale's limitations. Evasive maneuvers. Try to buy us time. The Nightingale tried to move away, but the pirates stayed close. They fired again, hitting the engines. The ship slowed. Engine damage, reported Chief Bennett over the comm. We're losing power. In the medical bay, Dr. Alan Wright led his team quickly. They moved patients from outer rooms to safer areas deep inside the ship. Dr. Susan Miller helped a woman with a broken leg. What's happening? The woman asked. Nothing to worry about, Dr. Miller said calmly. Just some trouble with pirates. We'll handle it. Nurse Patricia Howard carried medical supplies to the safe room. She had been on the Nightingale for 7 years. They had faced dangers before, but never a direct pirate attack. All critical equipment moved, she reported to Dr. Wright. Good, he answered. Now get the blood supplies. We may need them soon. Another hit shook the ship harder. The lights went out. Then emergency lights came on, glowing red. Back on the bridge, Martinez received bad news. They've knocked out our main power, said Chief Bennett. Working on backup systems now. Communications are down, added Lisa Brown. We can't call for help. Security Officer Carter's screen beeped. Captain, they're launching boarding pods. They'll cut through our hull in minutes. Martinez's face showed no fear. How many? 5 pods. Maybe 30 pirates total. Martinez stood up. All crew, prepare for boarders. Security teams to entry points. Medical staff, lock down all critical areas. The first boarding pod hit the ship's side with a loud clang. Metal cutting tools began to burn through the hull. Minutes later, the first pirates entered the Nightingale. 3 Zathrax warriors broke into a corridor on Deck 4. They were tall with gray skin and wore black armor. Each carried energy weapons and cutting blades. Their helmet systems translated their words into human language. Find the medical supplies, the leader ordered. Kill anyone who resists. 2 human security guards tried to stop them. The pirates fired without warning. 1 guard fell. The other fired back with his stun weapon, but it barely slowed the armored pirates. On Deck 6, another group of pirates found the path to the medical bay. They killed a technician who couldn't run fast enough. His body lay in the hallway as they moved past. In engineering, Chief Bennett and his team barricaded the doors. They're trying to get in, he told the captain over his emergency comm unit. Hold as long as you can, Martinez replied. Protect the engine controls. The pirates spread through the ship, breaking into rooms and taking anything valuable. They found medicine cabinets and emptied them. They grabbed medical tools and computers. On the bridge, Martinez watched through security cameras as the invaders moved through her ship. She saw them kill crew members who got in their way. Her hands tightened on her chair arms. They're heading for the main medical bay, Carter reported. Martinez nodded. Tell Dr. Wright they're coming, have him surrender, no heroics. Lives are more important than equipment. In the medical bay, Dr. Wright received the message. He turned to his staff. Pirates are coming. Don't resist, stand back, and let them take what they want. Minutes later, the doors burst open. 5 Zathrax. Pirates entered, weapons ready. Do not move, their leader said. Where are the AI medical corps? Dr. Wright stepped forward, hands raised. In the next room. We won't stop you. The pirate leader looked at the doctors and nurses. Good. Smart. Humans. He pointed at 2 of his men. Check the safe room. Get the corps. One of the pirates went to a patient bed and ripped off the monitoring equipment. The patient, an old man, cried out in pain. Dr. Miller stepped forward. Please, he's very sick. You can take the equipment, but let us disconnect it properly. The pirate shoved her roughly to the floor. Quiet, human. Dr. Wright helped Dr. Miller up. His face was red with anger, but he said nothing. More pirates entered the medical bay, taking supplies and equipment. On the bridge, Captain Martinez watched the scene. Her face showed no emotion, but her eyes were cold. Captain, First Officer Green said quietly, they're destroying everything. Even if they leave, we won't be able to complete our mission. Those people on Rigel 4 will die without our help. Martinez was silent for a moment. Then she spoke in a low voice. Officer Carter, come with me. First Officer Green, you have the bridge. Where are you going, Captain? Green asked. Martinez walked to a hidden panel near her chair. She pressed her hand against it, and it opened to reveal a small safe. She entered a code and took out a special key card. I'm activating the Hippocrates contingency, she said. Green's eyes widened. Captain, are you sure? That's only for... They're killing my crew. Martinez cut him off. They've destroyed our mission. Yes, I'm sure. She looked at Carter. Come. With me. It's time to show these pirates what happens when you attack a human hospital ship. Captain Martinez and Security Officer Carter walked quickly through the back corridors of the ship. They avoided the main halls where pirates roamed. The red emergency lights cast long shadows as they moved. What is the Hippocrates contingency? Carter asked quietly. Martinez kept walking. Something only captains of hospital ships know about. Something we hope to never use. They reached a locked door marked Storage 7B. Martinez used her special key card. The door opened to reveal a room that looked like a normal supply closet. She moved to the back wall and pressed a hidden panel. The wall slid open. Carter's eyes widened. Behind the wall was a small room filled with weapons. Not simple stun guns, but advanced military-grade weapons. There were also armored vests and helmets. This is against the Galactic Treaty, Carter whispered. Hospital ships can't have weapons like these. Martinez handed him a rifle. The treaty says hospital ships can't have visible weapons or use them first. It doesn't say we can't defend ourselves when attacked. She put on a vest. Every human hospital ship has these. We just don't talk about it. She pressed a button on the wall. A screen lit up. Captain Olivia Martinez, UNHS Nightingale. Authorization code, Asclepius Shield 973. The computer replied. Voice pattern confirmed. Hippocrates contingency authorized. Warning, this action cannot be reversed. Martinez looked at Carter. Now we need to reach the main control room on Deck 3. From there I can activate the ship's defense systems. Defense systems? Carter was confused. What defense systems? Martinez didn't answer. She checked the hallway and motioned for Carter to follow. Meanwhile, in the medical bay, the pirates continued their looting. They had forced Dr. Wright to open the secure storage where the most valuable medicines were kept. One pirate was downloading medical data from the main computer. Hurry, the pirate leader ordered. Get the AI medical cores next. Dr. Susan Miller watched as they roughly handled delicate equipment. A pirate knocked over a tray of surgical tools. Another dragged a patient from a bed to get to the monitoring equipment behind it. Dr. Miller clenched her fists. She caught Dr. Wright's eye. He shook his head slightly. Not yet. On the bridge, First Officer Green received a message on his secure channel. It was from Captain Martinez. Ready to activate Phase 1, her voice said. Prepare the crew. Green nodded, though Martinez couldn't see him. Understood, Captain. He pressed a button under his console. Throughout the ship, small lights on crew members' badges blinked 3 times. The crew saw the signal and understood. They had trained for this, though most never thought it would happen. In engineering, Chief Bennett saw his badge blink. He motioned to his team. Quietly, they moved to certain panels around the engine room. Each engineer opened a hidden compartment and took out weapons and armor. On my mark, Bennett whispered. In the medical bay, the doctors and nurses also saw. Their badges blink. They exchanged glances but didn't move yet. The pirates were still too many. Martinez and Carter reached Deck 3. 2 pirates guarded the entrance to the main control room. Martinez signaled to Carter. They raised their weapons and fired. The advanced human guns made almost no sound. The pirates fell without warning. These aren't stun weapons, Carter said, surprised. No, Martinez replied. They're targeting the specific biology of the Zathrax. They cause temporary paralysis, not death. We're not murderers, Carter. They entered the control room. Martinez went to the main console and inserted her key card. The screen came to life, with new options that weren't there before. Phase 1, she said as she pressed buttons. Activating internal defense grid. Throughout the ship, what looked like normal lights in the ceilings began to glow differently. They scanned the ship, identifying pirates by their unique biological signatures. Phase 2, Martinez continued, sealing all sections. Heavy doors slid shut throughout the Nightingale, separating the pirate groups from each other. Now they couldn't join together to fight. "What's happening?" a pirate shouted as doors closed around his group. In engineering, Chief Bennett gave the signal. His team put on their armor and raised their weapons. The pirates trying to break in were surprised when the door suddenly opened. Before they could react, Bennett and his engineers fired. The pirates collapsed, paralyzed. On the bridge, First Officer Green activated hidden weapon panels. The bridge crew quickly armed themselves. When a group of pirates arrived to take control of the bridge, they found themselves facing armed humans, ready to fight. In the medical bay, the ceiling panels glowed brightly. The pirate leader looked up in confusion. Suddenly, a fine mist sprayed down on them. The pirates began to cough and stumble. "Nerve agent," Dr. Wright explained calmly as he put on a face mask. "Designed specifically for Zach Thrack's biology. Don't worry, it won't kill you. Just paralyze you for a few hours." The medical staff put on their masks and watched as the pirates collapsed to the floor, unable to move but still conscious. Dr. Miller leaned down next to the pirate who had pushed her. "First rule of medicine, do no harm. Lucky for you, we follow that rule. Even with pirates." Back in the control room, Martinez activated the final phase. Deploying external countermeasures. The Nightingale had seemed defenseless from the outside. Now panels opened along its hull. Small but powerful weapons emerged, targeting the 3 pirate ships that surrounded it. "Send a message to the pirate commander," Martinez told Carter. "One chance to surrender." On the lead pirate ship, Captain Krasvor received the message. He laughed. "The human medical ship is threatening us. Fire all weapons, destroy them." The pirate ships fired at the Nightingale. Their shots hit an energy shield that hadn't been there before. The shield glowed but held firm. "Return fire," Martinez ordered. "Target their weapons only." The Nightingale's hidden weapons fired precise beams. They hit the weapon systems on each pirate ship, destroying them with surgical precision. "What is this?" Krasvor shouted. "Medical ships have no weapons." Martinez's voice came through his comm system. "You attacked a hospital ship. You killed medical personnel who were on a mission to save lives. You broke every law of civilized space. And you made one more mistake." "What mistake?" Krasvor demanded. "You believe that our mercy means weakness," Martinez replied. "It doesn't. It means we choose to heal rather than harm. But we remember how to fight when we must." The Nightingale's weapons powered up again, targeting the engines of the pirate ships. "Humanity stopped fighting each other centuries ago," Martinez continued. "But before that, we were very, very good at war. We just choose not to remember those skills until someone mistakes our kindness for weakness." The weapons fired again. The pirate ship's engines went dark. They floated helplessly in space. "We're disabled," Krasvor shouted. "Stop firing." "We already have," Martinez said. "Now, you will experience something new, human justice." The pirate ships floated helplessly in space. Their weapons and engines no longer worked. Inside the Nightingale, the human crew quickly took control. The paralyzed pirates could do nothing as they were disarmed and secured. Captain Martinez returned to the bridge. The crew stood a little straighter when she entered. There was new respect in their eyes. First Officer Green gave her a slight nod. "Status report," Martinez said as she sat in her command chair. "All pirates on board have been neutralized," Green replied. "No deaths, but we have 11 crew members injured, 2 in serious condition." Martinez looked at the screen showing the disabled pirate ships. "And outside? Their weapons and engines are disabled," Security Officer Carter reported. "They're trapped in their ships. They've been sending distress calls, but we're jamming their long-range communications." Martinez nodded. "Good, Lisa, open a channel to their leader." Communications Officer Lisa Brown tapped her console. "Channel open, Captain." The rough face of Captain Krasvor appeared on the screen. He looked angry and confused. "What kind of medical ship is this?" he demanded. This is not possible. Martinez leaned forward in her chair. This is a human medical ship. We don't like to fight. We prefer to heal. But we remember our history. Humans were warriors long before we were healers. What will you do with us? Krasvor asked. Fear showed in his eyes now. Justice. Martinez replied simply. Lisa, end transmission. The screen went dark. Martinez stood up. Keep them disabled. I'm going to check on our wounded. In the medical bay, Dr. Wright and his team worked quickly to treat injured crew members. The paralyzed pirates had been moved to an empty storage room under guard. Martinez entered and went to Dr. Wright. How bad is it? 2 security officers. With serious plasma burns, he answered. They'll recover, but they'll need time. 9 others with minor injuries. We were lucky. Martinez looked around the medical bay. Equipment was scattered and broken. Medicines were spilled on the floor. How much damage to our supplies? Dr. Miller joined them. We lost about 30% of our medicines. Most of the equipment can be repaired. The AI medical cores are safe. We hid the real ones and left fakes for the pirates to find. Can we still complete our mission to Rigel 4? Martinez asked. Dr. Wright nodded. Yes, we'll have to work with less, but we can still help those people. Good. Martinez squeezed his shoulder. That's what matters most. She left the medical bay and went to the room where the pirates were being held. Security Officer Carter stood guard at the door. How many? Martinez asked. 27 in total, Carter replied. The paralysis will wear off in about 2 hours. Martinez looked through the small window in the door. The pirates lay on the floor, unable to move but still conscious. Their eyes watched her with fear. They didn't expect this, Carter said. No one did. I've served on ships for 15 years. I never knew about the Hippocrates contingency. That's the point, Martinez replied. Everyone thinks medical ships are easy targets. They're supposed to. The surprise is our advantage. She turned away, from the window. Once they can move again, separate their leaders from the others. I want to talk to them. Back on the bridge, Martinez called a meeting with her senior officers. They gathered around the tactical display. The pirate ships are still disabled, Navigation Officer Davis reported. Their life support is working, but nothing else. Options? Martinez asked. First Officer Green spoke first. We could call for a military ship to pick them up. They would stand trial for attacking a medical vessel. Chief Bennett shook his head. That would take weeks. We need to get to Rigel. Febby now. People are dying there. We could just leave them here, suggested Lisa Brown. Someone would find them eventually. Martinez considered each option. No. If we leave them, they might be rescued by other pirates. If we wait for a military ship, we delay our mission. She looked at her officers. There's another way. 2 hours later, the effects of the paralysis began to wear off. The pirate captain Krasvor was brought to a secure room. His hands were bound, but he could move again. Captain Martinez sat across from him at a table. Your ships are disabled, she told him. Your weapons are gone. Your crew is captured. What should I do with you? Krasvor glared at her. Zach Thrax, honor demands death in battle. Kill me if you dare. Martinez smiled slightly. No, we don't kill if we can avoid it. That's not our way. She leaned forward. But we will have justice. She showed him a datapad with images of the Nightingale's crew members who had been hurt or killed during the attack. These are the people you harmed, she said. People who dedicated their lives to saving others. Remember their faces. She set down the pad. Now I'll show you human justice. Later, Martinez addressed the pirate crew. They stood in the cargo bay, surrounded by armed security officers. You attacked a ship of healing, she told them. You killed people who never harmed anyone. In the old days of Earth, pirates were hanged, but we've evolved beyond that kind of justice. She pointed to the view screen showing their disabled ships. We've repaired your life support and food systems. You have enough supplies to last 1 month. That's how long it will take for your emergency beacon to reach the nearest patrol. The pirates looked confused. Martinez continued. But we've also installed something special in your ships, a broadcast system. It will continuously transmit the recording of your attack on our medical ship. Every vessel within 10 light years will see what you did. Everyone will know you broke the most sacred law of space. The pirate leader stepped forward. You're letting us go? With our ships? With what's left of them, Martinez corrected. No weapons, minimal engines, enough to reach a nearby system but not much more. And one more thing, she nodded to Security Officer Carter, who activated another screen. It showed the pirates' ships now marked with large symbols painted on their hulls. The Red Cross, Martinez explained. The symbol of medical ships. From now on, you'll fly under that flag. The flag you violated. The pirates muttered angrily. One shouted, "We'll just remove it when we're away." You can try, Martinez said. But it's made with quantum-bonded paint. Try to remove it, and your hull will break apart. It stays as long as your ships exist. She stepped closer to them. For the rest of your lives, anyone who sees your ships will know what you did. Pirates, merchants, military, everyone will know you attacked a medical ship. No port will welcome you. No crew will join you. You'll be marked forever as the worst kind of criminals. The pirates fell silent, understanding their punishment at last. Take them to their ships, Martinez ordered. Our mission to Rigel 4 has already been delayed too long. The Nightingale continued its journey to Rigel 4. The crew worked hard to repair damage and reorganize their supplies. In engineering, Chief Bennett and his team fixed the engines. They had the ship running at full power again within 12 hours. Good work, Captain Martinez told Bennett during her inspection. How long until we reach Rigel 4? 2 days, Captain, he replied. We lost some time, but we'll get those people the help they need. Martinez nodded and continued her rounds. The ship felt different now. The crew moved with new purpose. They had faced danger together and survived. Something had changed in how they saw themselves and their mission. In the medical bay, Dr. Wright supervised as staff cleaned up and repaired equipment. Dr. Miller was making a list of the medicines they still had. We lost the new radiation treatment, she told Wright. We only have the standard medicine now. It will have to be enough, Wright replied. We'll work with what we have. Martinez entered the medical bay. How are our injured crew members? Recovering well, Wright said. Officer Jeff Lee will need more time. The burn on his arm was deep, but he'll keep the arm. Martinez went to Lee's bed. The young security officer tried to sit up when he saw her, but she gently pushed him back. Down. Rest, officer, she said. You did your duty. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Captain, Lee replied. I didn't know we had those weapons. I thought we were finished when the pirates boarded. Martinez smiled slightly. The Hippocrates contingency was created after 3 human medical ships were destroyed by pirates 50 years ago. The attacks killed over 2,000 patients and crew. After that, Earth decided that all medical ships would have hidden defenses. But the Galactic Treaty, Lee began. The treaty says we can't have visible weapons or use them first, Martinez explained. It doesn't forbid self-defense. We follow the rules, but we also protect our people. Later that day, Martinez called a meeting of all department heads. They gathered in the conference room near the bridge. The pirates are gone, she told them. Their ships are disabled enough that they can't cause more trouble, but they can reach a nearby system. Their distress beacon will bring help eventually. Will we get in trouble for having weapons? Asked Nurse Patricia Howard. When this story gets out? Martinez shook her head. No. Earth government will handle any questions. This isn't the first time the contingency has been used. It won't be the last. What about the pirates who boarded? Asked Security Officer Carter. Why didn't we keep them for trial? Because our mission comes first, Martinez answered. We don't have space or resources to hold prisoners, and the people of Rigel 4 need us now. She looked around the table. Any other questions? The room was quiet. Then Dr. Wright spoke. I've been a doctor for 30 years. I took an oath to do no harm. Today I helped paralyze 27 pirates. He paused. I don't regret it. They were hurting my patients, killing my friends, but I wonder what this means for us, for who we are. Martinez nodded slowly. It's a good question, Doctor. We're healers first. That's our choice and our mission. But sometimes, to protect the innocent, we must stop those who would do harm. She stood up. We didn't kill anyone today. We defended ourselves with minimal force. We showed mercy when we could have destroyed them completely. That's still who we are. The meeting ended, and the crew returned to their duties. The Nightingale continued toward Rigel IV at full speed. 2 days later, they arrived at the war-torn planet. From orbit, they could see the damage. Cities lay in ruins. Fires burned across the land. Both sides of the Civil War had used terrible weapons. We're receiving emergency signals from 3 main areas, reported Lisa Brown. The worst is the northern continent. They're reporting thousands of radiation victims. Take us down, Martinez ordered. Contact both sides of the conflict. Remind them we're a neutral medical ship. We'll treat anyone who needs help. The Nightingale descended toward the planet. As they entered the atmosphere, they received a message from the planet's surface. Unknown ship, identify yourself. This is a war zone. Lisa Brown responded. This is the UNHS Nightingale, a hospital ship from Earth. We're here on a humanitarian mission. There was a pause. Then, Nightingale, we've heard about you. The ship that defeated the Zakthrax pirates. Is it true? Martinez took over the communication. This is Captain Martinez. We're a medical ship. We're here to help your wounded. That's all that matters. Understood, Captain. We'll guide you to the landing area, and thank you for coming. The Nightingale landed in a flat area near a refugee camp. Thousands of people waited for help. Many were sick from radiation. Others had injuries from the fighting. Children and old people suffered the most. The medical team prepared to disembark. Dr. Wright checked his supplies one last time. Dr. Miller organized her team of specialists. Nurse Howard readied the portable medical units. Remember, Wright told the medical staff, we treat everyone equally. It doesn't matter which side they fought for. Here, they're all just patients. Captain Martinez stood at the main airlock as it opened. The air of Rigel 4 was hot and smelled of smoke. She looked out at the crowds of injured people waiting for help. Begin relief operations, she ordered. Let's do what we came here to do. The crew of the Nightingale moved out among the sick and injured. They set up treatment centers and began their work. Soon the first patients were being brought into the ship for surgery. Martinez watched as her crew worked tirelessly to save lives. This was their true purpose. This was who they really were. A week later, a military ship from Earth arrived at Rigel 4. Its captain, Adam Foster, came to meet with Martinez. We heard about the pirate attack, Foster said. Earth Command sent us to check on you. We handled it, Martinez replied simply. Foster nodded. So I hear. The story is spreading, you know, about how a hospital ship defeated 3 pirate vessels, about the Hippocrates contingency. Will that be a problem? Martinez asked. Foster smiled. No. In fact, pirate attacks on medical ships have dropped to 0 since your encounter. No one wants to risk it now. Martinez looked out the window at the medical tents where her crew continued to treat patients. Good. Maybe now we can focus on what really matters. Healing, Foster suggested. Yes, Martinez agreed, but also the message we sent. Humanity's mercy is a choice, not a weakness. Those who mistake one for the other won't survive to regret it.